Good day everyone, Loki here. We have just seen possibly the biggest deal in video games ever being announced. It definitely is the biggest deal right now. As confirmed by the two companies themselves, Activision Blizzard is going to be bought by Microsoft, and it will become a full part of the Xbox Microsoft gaming company for a crazy $68.7 billion. And yes, you are not hearing things, that's with a B, and I am saying Activision Blizzard. With this purchase, Microsoft is obviously looking to grab even more gaming franchises to put into their ever-expanding Xbox catalog of games. The amount of studios Microsoft is buying does make you wonder if they collect developers the same way some people collect trading cards. All of this also leads us to some questions. What can we as gamers expect from this purchase? Does anything change? Therefore, I present to you my 6 totally casual, unprofessional speculations and predictions of what we can expect from the Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition. You won't believe number 5! Number 1. Okay, you know it, I know it, we all know it. Game Pass. Every single Activision Blizzard game is going to be in it. And yes, I do agree it does sound absolutely insane that a mega franchise such as Call of Duty or Diablo or Warcraft will be included with your Game Pass sub, but that is the precedent that Microsoft has set. Every studio they own has their games appear on day one in the past, so just in case the Xbox Game Pass didn't already have enough value to you somehow, this acquisition is going to add even more gigantic games so that having a Game Pass subscription means you won't have time to play any non-Game Pass game ever again. Number 2-ish. Still connected to the Game Pass, but worthy of its own entry since this is somehow a little bit more speculation-y, World of Warcraft subscriptions could become part of the Game Pass. Player numbers for the now nearly 20-year-old MMO have been dwindling for quite some time, and what better way to prop up your numbers is there than to give every PC Game Pass subscriber access to your big-name Morpgur? Heck, I would even probably check out the game's updates as well if it didn't mean having to resubscribe to one game in particular. If they did not do this, I'd be curious how they justify it. You know, it being cheaper to own all these other Microsoft gaming games compared to play World of Warcraft for a month. Number 3! I can't say 3, it's a Dutch thing. Number 3. Even more focus on microtransactions. Hey, I wasn't saying that everything was going to be good for us, but it only makes sense when you give away your big games for free. There will be more focus on microtransactions, and maybe this won't be that big of a change. Call of Duty, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft already make a bulk of their money from microtransactions. The reason why I expect the microtransaction focus, however, is because the Game Pass would effectively chop the entrance price for each individual game. And for most people, it also does feel like they've spent less money on a game or no money on a game when they pick it up as part of the Game Pass. So I'd imagine it's probably a lot easier for people to justify dropping a bit of money on a cool skin they like if they didn't actually buy the game, so to say. All of this is not even to speak of the mobile titles and their microtransactions that are part of this purchase as well under the King library of games, but I do expect that to be less affected by any kind of Game Pass thing, which, however, does lead me into number 4. You can expect more core audience-aimed mobile games. With King being part of this, it would be surprising if Microsoft didn't jump on the opportunity to mobilify some of their franchises, especially because they already like doing cross-promotions with some mobile games through the perks section of the Game Pass. Now, I would say that for myself, this one matters the least. While mobile games can be fun distractions, they'll never really replace actually playing games with a keyboard and mouse or controller to me. But at the same time, we'd be fools to deny that the mobile market isn't huge, and to not acknowledge that there are some good mobile games out there, some of which even, work pretty well on PC as well. Number 5. Some big names might no longer appear on the PlayStation. While it definitely seems unimaginable right now, there are some big names that could possibly no longer appear on the PlayStation in the future, and one of those games that seems crazy to think of right now to me is definitely Call of Duty. Call of Duty over the past couple of years has had some minor content exclusivity deals with Sony, making the PlayStation the de facto system to play that game on. However, it now is becoming part of Microsoft, so we could see a future in which Call of Duty Duty doesn't come out on the PlayStation at all. Even to myself, this one would be a little unexpected, simply because Call of Duty is such a worldwide success year over year. Even this past year, it again became the #1 most selling game in various regions, such as the US, followed by another game, Call of Duty's previous entry in the #2 spot. And a huge part of these sales are players on the PlayStation. On top of that, a gigantic chunk of money in Call of Duty comes from microtransactions, which also do benefit a lot from having as many people as possible in the game. But then again, maybe they expect something like this to be a huge driving force in getting people to buy into the Xbox ecosystem. I also personally expected Bethesda's Elder Scrolls to remain multi-platform, but they've already announced that the next game is coming to Xbox and PC only. So while it is definitely an out there possibility, and it would definitely be a very bold move, it doesn't seem completely off the table. Talking of bold moves in general, number 6. This is not just limited to this acquisition, but Xbox's larger strategy is slowly unfolding itself, and it's going to lead to more people picking up an Xbox. As someone with a very capable PC, I'm not really personally in the market for either console. I know currently picking up any next-gen console is pretty hard, but if I were a consumer looking for a console right now, and both were available, I feel like an Xbox Series X or S should be the way to go. Game Pass has become such a strong force with like hundreds of games the moment you pick up Game Pass, and now it will include so many big future game releases on day one as well for no extra cost. I'm not trying to sound like a commercial or an ad for Microsoft, but Game Pass just has so much value that it's hard not to acknowledge the powerhouse of a product that it is. So yeah, these are the main things that stood out to me. With all of these, we can only really speculate, and time will tell what exactly is truly going to happen. Did I miss anything obvious? Or is there something you're hoping for? Or are you against the deal altogether? Let me know in the comments. I am personally looking forward to see where exactly this deal goes, and it is still going to take a hot minute considering these deals take a good long while. This one, for example, is announced right now, but they also straight away let everyone know that the deal was planned to finalize in June of 2023. Until then, nothing is really changing, because until then, they're still independent companies. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, it would be great if you liked, subscribed, and did all the YouTubes. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.